We love live music, and in our studio today, we've got some musicians performing at Lovin Cup on the 21st. Kaylin Cervini is the vocalist, and she is here because she's got a CD release event this weekend. She's with her band, with her group with us this morning, and we thank you for joining us. How are you, Kaylin?
I am doing good.
Great. Can you introduce the fellas here who are all here today?
Yes.
Who do we have?
I'm Pete Griffith.
Pete?
Eli Flynn.
Eli?
Mark Sailing.
Mark. Okay, great. So together, what's the name of your group?
Well, we just go by my name, which is Kaylin Cervini.
Sure.
And that's just kind of how we go right now.
Yeah, but you guys all kind of met through the music scene here in Rochester. Pretty active scene, right?
Yes, there's a billion great musicians here in Rochester, and just kind of run into each other playing shows.
Sure. And you're originally from?
I grew up in Hilton. That's where I went to high school.
That's great. And so when did you know you wanted to do this, you know, for a living? You wanted to actually make a go of this and try your hand at it?
Well, I think I've always known that I wanted to sing and play music. You know, when you grow up and you can sing, I mean, that's all you really want to do. And I've just kind of been working towards it since. When I was 17, because of a tragic loss in my family of my cousin, that's how I first started writing. I was given a quote, "We must embrace pain and burn it as fuel for our journey." And that quote inspired me to write my first song called Burn It Up. And since then I've been able to write. I've given speeches about death and how to cope with it and used my music within the presentation. And I've grown a lot since then, and I'm just really working on writing and sharing my music with people.
That's fantastic. So you're using what you've got, you know, which is, in your case, it's pain. And you use that as fuel to kind of create something new and better for yourself.
Right.
And that's what you're doing with this. Your new, let's see, your new EP is called Breadcrumbs, right?
Yes.
Okay. I like the name. Where'd you get that?
Well, actually, it's funny. There's a song. I actually just released it. It's called On My Way. It's going to be on the album, obviously. And my brother actually wrote that song. It was the first song he's really written, and I heard it and I fell in love with it. And it says, "I'm not leaving any breadcrumbs," kind of a way of saying that you don't really necessarily need to find your way back to those, you know, past things. It also has like a Hansel and Gretel kind of reference.
There you go, yeah.
And a lot of my music kind of relates to a fairy tale theme. I wear a Red Riding Hood cloak when I do my shows.
The hair works perfectly then, doesn't it? The long hair.
Yeah, it's very long. So I like to, I mean, I think that people kind of let go of some of their childlike tendencies as they get older, believing in things, believing that anything can happen, and using that kind of fairy tale, that magic, holding on to it. It's my way of showing people not to let go of it, and anything's possible.
I love you. Music has a message. Interesting that you have that theme, though. That's really interesting. How would you classify? And I always ask musicians this, and it must be hard, though, because sometimes you're like, well, I'm a meld or a blend of a lot of different things and influences, but what were some of your influences, and how would you classify your music?
Well, I would say that it's definitely pop music. It has a darker feel to it overall. I mean, what we're playing for you today is we're taking one of my songs, we're making it more acoustic, so it's not going to really show that dark feel, I guess. But it's definitely pop music, indie pop music. Influences, I love Demi Lovato, Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, who were here in our studio.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Right here. Oh, yeah, we met Imagine Dragons.
I love them.
We love them, too. So we're going to hear you perform, but people can see you March 21st at Lovin Cup. What time's your show?
The show starts at 8 o'clock p.m. It goes till about 11:30.
Okay, long show.
Yeah, it's a long show because it's an EP release show. I obviously go on myself at the end. But it should be a really fun time. There's a lot of great bands playing, so I'm very excited for it.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to hear you, Kaylin. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear more from Kaylin Cervini and her music next. Stay with us.